Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Channel Y.O.B. This is your host, Joshua Solomon. Today, I would like to do a review for Mickey 17. Mickey 17 is a film directed by Bong Joon-ho, starring Robert Pattinson as Mickey, Naomi Akei as Nasha, Stephen Yeun as Timu, Holiday Granger as Red Hair, Anamaria Barthelemy as Kay Katz, Mark Ruffalo as Kenneth Marshall, Tony Collette as Alpha. Alpha. Yes, I saw this movie last week. I was very excited to see this film. I'm a big fan of Bong Joon-ho. His last film was Parasite, a South Korean film that won an award. Yeah, my first impressions of this film, I thought it was kind of disappointing. I found it disappointing. I I enjoyed the first hour of it. I really like Robert Pattinson's performance in it. He's really carrying the film on his shoulders. Uh, I know Tony Collette and Mark Ruffalo are probably two of the other best actors in it, and even Stephen Yeun, I think, is great in it, but he doesn't really get that much to really show his acting range. He is a good actor, but I didn't think he had enough to do in this film. And but I'm gonna start with the positives. No, let me start with the negatives and then the positives. Negatives in this film, I think that the cast majority of the cast is not good. They're very mediocre. They do not have any screen presence and they don't add to the film. And and the film is too long. I think for the content and the story it's trying to tell, it could have been edited down a little bit more. I think that it's such a simplistic story that it doesn't need to be stretched out for almost 2 hours. Or I think it was like over 2 hours. Um, uh, I feel that the movie has a. I mean, I like Bong Joon Ho, and I really think Parasite has great writing and great direction. But this film felt like the writing really didn't have a strong narrative. I think I would have to rewatch it again. But on first viewing, I'm only giving you my first viewing. I do want to see this movie again, but I don't think I will. I kind of want to see it again, and maybe I will. But yeah. But the positives, um, is the cinematography is good. I really do like the cinematography. I think the music is all right. It's kind of forgettable, but it's good. Um, I think Robert Pattinson is great in it. I've liked him in every film he's done. I think he's great. He's a great actor. Honestly, I think he'd be a good choice to play 007, honestly, after this, if they don't find an actor to play James Bond. I think he'd be a great James Bond. He just has a lot of range, and he just plays every character he plays. He's very charismatic and um, electric actor that just kind of demands the attention of the audience. But he kind of showcases that the other actors don't have what it takes to keep up, and he's like playing off of his love interest, the one actress Naomi. I don't think she's a good actress. I saw her in Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker, and oh my god, it's just she. That's like the only film I saw that with her in it. Maybe I've seen her a couple times, but she wasn't good in that, and wasn't good in this. And I'm just again kind of getting annoyed with them reusing actors in these big blockbuster films that are not like great actors. Like we need like why can't we get if you're not gonna get a good known actor or a great known actor, why don't you get someone who's never been seen before, a theater Broadway actor, and that's never had been in a movie and just give them a chance. And then because who knows, it's like let's just get a new face in there. I just feel like we there's too many actors that get opportunities in Hollywood that are mediocre. And we could like Tom Holland, Zendaya, Timmy Charlemagne, all of them are like just industry plants, nepotism hires, and it's just I'm getting tired of Hollywood just reusing the same people. Pedro Pascal, it's just like, and I don't know, and I mean that's just I don't know. Rob Pattinson was great. Stephen Yeun was great, but he doesn't get enough scenes. And I'm like, we could have had a movie utilize Stephen Yeun and Robert Pattinson and have them be the characters that we are following the most. That's what we should have been doing. I don't know why we started following other characters and kind of having them lead the film, sort of, and I don't know. It just gets kind of lost in this narrative around the first after the first hour mark, where I start feeling bored and I kind of and the movie doesn't really have a like an arc. It just feels like it's going into a certain point where you get worn out and you're kind of just annoyed and bored and it's like okay, can we just wrap this up because I really don't get it anymore and I don't really care. And Mark Ruffalo, I don't think he's a good actor. I've never really liked him in any movie. I think he's bad as the Hulk in Marvel. I think he's the worst Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner is supposed to be a tragic character that's holding a lot of trauma and a lot of like stress and weight. He's literally a walking nuclear bomb. And this man plays him like just so nonchalantly and just no depth and it felt like he was happy to be in She-Hulk. Like, oh, I now I can lean into my bad acting. Great, now I don't have to act entirely. It's just like, and it's just I don't know. And it's like even important, and like his character is like an interesting character if he was a more had was more of a had a bigger range as an actor because then maybe a role like this would be looked at as like oh cool we're gonna see him do something different we're gonna see him play a character. No, he's this is nothing different than how he played in Poor Things. Like he just plays these kind of awkward goofy characters all the time and it's just like I just don't find him compelling. And even in dramas he's serious in dramas, but then he's not really compelling. And I'm just like, okay, can we stop putting him? I think her name is uh, Toni Collette. She's a great actress, but the character she's given is just it's just not interesting. Her character is just weird and over the top, and there's nothing really it seems that she could work with as an actress in it's just I don't know, and I think that American actors don't really understand South Korean writing, um, like South Korean actors do. Because Parasite, the humor in that was done way better. I think it's just the actors knew what they were working with. They knew how to execute these lines that were written for them. They knew how to lean into the comedy when they needed to and know when to dial it back when they need to be serious. When it's a more like grounded like serious in tone scene. But yeah, I just got really bored with this movie after a while. I was really excited for it. I was really excited for the director. I know a lot of people like this film, and I thought I would be the one that likes it and people wouldn't. But this is like one of those movies where I'm actually in the minority of people who don't like it. And I like it for Robert Pattinson and the cinematography, and honestly, the script maybe if because it's probably just the actors how they're delivering the lines, and it's the story that is just kind of distracting me from what the script is trying to say. But yeah, I found this movie I found it very disappointing at the end. I mean, it's good, and I recommend people go see it. Because I mean, a lot of people liked it, and maybe if I mean, I watched Joker. Dooley, 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 or the second Joker 2. And when I watched it at home, I had a different perception on it. Like I actually enjoyed it more at home than I did in the theater. So sometimes movies just come across different to other people. But yeah, I if I had to give this movie a rating, I will give it uh, eh, 2.5 out of 5. It's good parts in it. Robert Pattinson's great in it. But I think that the cast majority of the cast is mediocre, and I think the story is a little too stretched out and boring, and doesn't really hit narrative, speaking. But yeah, 2.5 out of 5. Um, Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, as always, may the force be with you. Peace and out.